Monty, I didn't hear anything. Two five five five. 25. Monty, can you hear me? 25, 55 seconds. Oh, before you hit start, pass me that
It's
spray.
already recording.
It is?
Yes. Yes.
Are you sure it's recording?
Yes.
Can you look? Good day, readers, viewers, watchers, and listeners. I pray all is well out there. We will continue with the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Let us resume play. Let us continue. Let us begin. We are still in the chapter entitled Eternity. We continue. What is perfection? That's the question. Captain, perfection is in faith. The faith in that you are immortal and will have to live long in all dimensions. It is not difficult to believe. Disbelieving is what kills. Question. Dominus, are you here in the room with us? Captain. There are only my thoughts in the room. Now, you cannot touch me and feel my body. Still, we're communicating. A thought is a complex structure. The human brain is a receiver, and if used skillfully, then you will get such information. It's a miracle. Again, it is necessary to believe. Question. Can all the people on earth hear Cosmos? Captain. Everyone can hear, just don't get lost. When you talk to yourself, it's already a preparation to communicate. If you get in the right mindset, you can hear. Though it will be frightening a little. To set your body completely, you should direct blood flow to the cortex and focus on one thought and only talk to it. We cannot influence the brain from the outside because it can bring harm. If you develop gradually and ask for our help in your thoughts, then in 10 to 12 days you can succeed. Ilola. Oleg, do you really believe in us? What overall am I wearing? What is on my chest? This is a genetic integrated retranslator of our thoughts, which currently keeps the connection with you. She gets up and goes. Captain continues. Each screen shows the information about all galaxies. Thus, we know what and where is happening. The chair, like ours, is Eloa's workplace. Large doors open. It is the dining room with a table for 32 seats. No plates, knives, or forks are seen. A container with a liquid stands in the middle is our food. We eat liquid food from flask. In the tubes, there is a vitaminized, sterile food, which is enough for a month in Earth measurements. The indicator board shows a pink dial. The year is 2053, which is your Earth years. Oleg, you're sitting with the book, long hair, and beard. Elola, we can see that you are struggling, but we have no right to help. We are not allowed to interfere with your life. To meet? Yes. At the meeting, we'll discuss all the problems. You'll see your future, the future of the Earth. Oleg has already described a lot, and this is all reliable, though metaphorical. We have one channel for communication, and it is open. You'd like to hear something extraordinary? I can wish you much health and success. May everything you dream of come true. The most important is to love each other. Question. Dominius and Elola, is this your first stage of development? Captain. We were born for the first time, and as we have a system of reincarnation, we can say that we have lived several hundred lives before we reach the top stage of hierarchy. We can transform and take all forms from physical to ethereal, depending on what galaxy we visit. This is our reality. I'm not going to prove anything. Children are not with us right now, and you can talk to them next week. They have their own worldview and think differently than we adults. Elola and I pass this life stage together. Question. There are many stars and constellations in our sky. What are Big and Little Dippers? Captain. Celestial map is the map of stars, your ABC. Placement of all stars, suns, is a large-scale structure of the universe. Each constellation has its own hieroglyph, and if combined, then we get a celestial alphabet, which contains the mysteries of world creation. We orient our intergalactic flights by all hieroglyphs. Regarding the question about the number of planets in the constellations, Elola can answer this question. Elola. Big and Little Dippers are the accumulation of nuclear relations of the ionic cycle, or more precisely, nuclear fission. What you can see, for example, the Little Dipper constellation consists of suns, among them Some suns decayed 4 million years ago, but their ray reaches you. As for life-bearing planets, in estimate measurements, there are 43 planets and 2 constellations, which have natural and viable activity. You won't find this description in any of your textbooks. There are the sun and the moon for you. If you see the Dipper, it's a symbol of good and food, natural food. How to express it more accurately? The whole solar stellar system has its structure and law. Their location is at a level of nuclear fission. In earthly conditions, you achieve it. However, there is a certain cycle between fission or condition of gravitational attraction. The planet for us is what didn't form in the atomic nucleus, and which has life initially, but in other forms, yet in one consciousness. If you, Oleg, started investigating this subject, you wouldn't be able to describe it all. Question: how do the stars differ from each other? Ilola: they don't have any difference. The color spectrum is the same. The illusion that stars are iridescent occur due to air thickness. Changes in the stars occur and will occur. The main thing is that they will never fade. Figuratively speaking, if there are parents and sons, there will be the continuation. The universe is a single organism, and space is the mother. You haven't seen the real beauty. Beauty is waiting for you ahead. Not cosmic darkness, but divine grace. You will all meet it sometime, but don't hurry to see it now. Suppose that you are on one of the planets, not in the solar system. If you could be taken there to see this beauty filled with God, the human consciousness wouldn't handle it, but the soul would understand everything. In conversation with these colors, the dialogue would be inexhaustible, where you would feel like God. Question: the prophetess Vanga talked about the scorched earth and hungry people. Captain: this is all happening. People are hungry, not physically, but spiritually. See what's happening around us? A body can be stated, but the soul is hungry. Question: Dominus, please tell me, how do you raise kids? Captain: we have laboratories and observatories. A child is being raised and educated there from birth. We are only present when we find it necessary, but our relations have no spiritual boundaries. We are more conscious than you are. You bring punishment to the forefront. Question: what kind of information does teacher give? Captain: there comes a call for your development and mental morality. Yet we come to one thing: it is consciousness. No matter at what stage of development the civilization is, we are all given brain, and it should control consciousness and improve it. Question: can you keep your thoughts secret? Captain: we have no secrets. Each of us can instantly take any information off anyone. Everything is computerized. Question: what do you give your family for celebrations? Captain: mainly flowers. They are blue. The wife, to wife, Ilola, and daughter, Desofa. 3 boys, Bashut, Sagwash, and Rubish, like drinks, but not like your Pepsi or Cola, in the form of vivifying water. More precisely, some planets have sources with miraculous water. It heals, gives rise, and transforms. It does good. For your health, fasting and goat milk can be useful. The abundance of food means losing health. Question: tell us about your leisure time. Captain: we have theaters and movie theaters, but different from yours. Everything is on computers. Sometimes it's boring, yet our life is much more interesting. We wear different clothes. For example, a dress for Ilola is selected by the computer for her size and height. It presents something that fits. Biorobots deliver it to the house. They also wash and clean. Question: is there such a concept as sin? Captain: we don't have such a concept because we know everything about everyone. Say I'm on the ship, turned on my home computer, and saw that Bashwood hit Sagwash on the head. Well, this is only a child's mischief. It's not a sin. As I already mentioned, I can take any information from anyone. The same with me. It's unusual for you. For us, it's routine. Question: what does your illumination look like? What is your planet? Captain: we have artificial illumination, ion lighting, but it's much brighter. Due to ion radiation, it's not radioactive. The complexion of our face is different from yours. We have 2 eyes, and the energy of the 3rd eye is open significantly. It can see everything. You also have it, but you don't even know where this point is. The temperature of our body is higher than yours, 97.7 Fahrenheit. We have 108 Fahrenheit. Just slightly higher. There are higher and lower body temperatures on other planets. The temperature on our planet is higher. Therefore, we don't get sick with cancer. Our planet is called Sazi. It is large. The number of inhabitants is impossible to provide, as various forms, even the invisible, inhabit it. The landscape is diverse. Vegetation is incomparable. There is a surface reminding your turf cover, small grass of a color closer to purple. Energy is mainly atomic, molecular. It is under serious control. No animals, but there is one in the form of a cat, Rushet. They are for soul and delight. There are no farms and stockyards. Various kinds of vitamins are used in food. We have laboratories where everything is recycled. Programmed biorobots cook food for us. Question: what is your life like? Customs and everyday routine. Captain: I wake up at 8:30 a.m. in earthly standards. Ilola cooks breakfast and all family sits at the table. Biorobots serve breakfast, which lasts about 30-35 minutes. Everything is liquid, like drinks. After that, an hour of rest. Then I take information off the computer and program my working day. I work at home. Ilola goes to the laboratory or flies by aircraft. She is there until about 2, 3 o'clock. Again, this is by your time standards. In the evening, we have leisure time. Lately, it's been a conversation with you. Much time is devoted to children. We have a lot of time for rest. It is much more interesting to live because we have much information. We can observe almost all the universe. Our sleep lasts for 6.5 hours. Children also study at the observatory for several hours a day, but not every day. In general, if our life is to be described by your standards, it is fantastic. For example, if we take your Earth year, then 3 to 4 months, Ilola and I are away on a mission. Children stay with our parents. They are taken care of. Imagine, in our sky, you can see many flying objects. There are also landing places, but they are separated from residential areas. Question: what professions do you have? Captain: as we have many various designs of flying craft, they are designed by engineers and ship builders. They are trained in observatories and design bureaus. If there are any novelties, then refresher courses are organized. You've got used to your living conditions, so did we. We have enough food for all. Also, we tried your food, fruit, vegetables, and fish. We liked it, but if we take it from you, you'll have nothing left. We also take food on other planets, but they are 100 times larger than Earth. Vitaminized food is grown there, from which nectar is made later. Question: do you write, paint, or sing? Captain: the freshness of thought carries me up to my dream, to my consciousness. I will come back to you in full anticipation. This is a song been translated into your language. I draw on the computer. First, we value politeness, friendliness, and communication with friends. We don't have a word, fight. There is no such thing as to hit a person. To praise and thank, yes. Resentment, I think we have no such thing. Although there may be punishment without humiliation. For example, one of the crew members showed offensive behavior. He may be suspended from the flight, although he will be glad as he stays at home. The Observatory of Intergalactic Systems is watching us all the time. This creation is from Orion constellation creations, or the Interorbital Diagnostic Center, controlling everything. However, we behave with dignity and respect those watching us. We don't have authorities and power. We are all power. We have one common spiritual self. We are not afraid of each other. Question: do you celebrate birthdays, Christmas, or Easter? Captain: we celebrate holidays as you. Note, we don't have such as May 1st and November 7th. There is a uniform holiday, Christmas, on December 25th, year of Emerald. Question: what is your chronology? Captain: we have something like a calendar, but the computer shows everything. No uniform time references. What question? What does surprise you in our life? Captain: cruelty towards yourselves and to each other. Question: are God's commandments changed? Captain: I will not specify, but the important thing is, most important, thou shalt not kill. Question: if a woman gave birth to a baby without a husband, will she be punished? Captain: if a woman gave birth, it is happiness not only for us, but for the whole universe. Question: what do you like about our women? Captain: the woman is beautiful without makeup. She should be natural. Our women use, in your language, it is perfume, and in ours is nectar solution. It is a pleasure for me to be around when Ilola uses this nectar. We don't wear jewelry. Our bodies are better than this metal. Question: can you describe our men? Captain: in my understanding, an earthman can be described as strong, but he has 40% of positive and 60% negative. Question: what can you say about politics? Captain: your life is based on politics and it brings much inconvenience. Spirituality is secondary to you, but if it were primary, then you would only have favorable conditions. Although higher than you in development, if I, human, have a biorobot, then I talk to it as a real person because it is an integral part for me. You have divided your society into parties and feud. Here is only one point. Only spirituality will unite you in a single energy flow. When you feel the power of the flow, you will change. You do not need to combine in small groups and set boundaries. When they disappear, the parties will also disappear in the abyss. The spirituality will instantly flow with all its force. However, currently, you are being watched. Now, look at your faces and you will not see a smile because you fixated on one thing. You reprove the imperial system. Although it was the only way for healing, there came a genius, these are words of Satan, who made a radical change, and you are still carrying this yoke. When Columbus discovered America and stepped on the mainland, his first words were, Lord, thank you, because I brought here my abode and goodness. He will reign forever and will be an example to all. If I'm wrong, let me go blind. There are not 15, but 32 republics which suffered and continue suffering from violence brought by the great genius. While he stays at the mausoleum, everything will remain so. Lenin Mausoleum on Red Square, Moscow, is what is meant here. In 1979, from June 26th to July 5th, Ilola and I were in Africa, in Haruki tribe with Chief Vola. We came in contact with him. I spoke Spanish and they didn't understand. Then I put them into a trance and used the language of Hindu. Thus the conversation worked out well. Vola told me we don't like white people. They have everything but almost don't have faith in God. I didn't agree with him and said that not all white people are disbelievers. Vola replied that believers don't visit them, while disbelievers try to take away the very last and kill. My tribe is not hostile, but we are also people. We have wives and children. Let it all look primitive, but this is our life. Let the white not kill, but learn how to live. When they came to our ship, many members of the tribe didn't look amazed at what they saw, just watched in silence. I imagined if we landed somewhere in Chilankalan Island, a huge force would be turned on us, although no ship had been shot down so far. You write a lot that a UFO was destroyed in Africa, Australia, and in the state of California. It's all lies because God protects us. A ship can wreck the Tucson meteorite as it happened to my father, but he saved many lives of your people, taking the ship away towards Tucson Riverhead. Question. There are such people on earth as David Korn, for example, who shows magic. Captain. It's an illusion and trick. A man can only fly in his dream. Also, in that case, when he can feel his doppelganger, that makes people look away and at the same time show the doppelganger. It's not hypnosis. A physical body can be covered with ether, released by the doppelganger, and then doppelganger will create miracles in front of you. Approximately in 1613, the first astronauts appeared on Earth. They were seen by many. After that, you came up with a fairy tale about an old witch on the broom. All this is related to our aircraft and us. Broom is the plume, big nose, the suits, etc. Question. Does the knowledge of one's further fate, mainly read by the stars, influence the life of Len? Captain. It is not prohibited to read your future by the stars. Sure, enjoy your future, and it will protect you. However, you should not know your fate from a fortune teller or sorcerer. It will be a compulsion. If he or she tells you you're going to die on water, it will be so, and your soul will be powerless. Compulsion, shell damage, and a leak of energy will lead to this. Dear readers, we will pause and we will stop there. We will resume play another day in the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. I thank you so very much for joining me, and until next time, good day, take care, and God bless. Thank you.